Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's video is all about Beauty Pie. So this is my first ever order with them. It's not sponsored, it's not paid for. I've ordered all this stuff myself. It was one of those brands that I was always meaning to try, and they've kind of changed the way they do membership now, and I'm a bit more comfortable with it. So I thought I'll pull the trigger and I'll try it. So I'm wearing a lot of the products right now. I'm obviously going to take you through everything I bought and let you know my thoughts. Now I'm a member of Beauty Pie. If you do decide to join up as a member, you can get £10 off your first order, and I'll put my link under the video if you do that. If you sign up using my link, I get £10 credit, you get £10 credit off your first order. So win-win. So I spent just under £50, I think it was like £48. I'll tell you how much each individual item cost. We're going to look at it, we're going to talk about it, I'm going to tell you what I think. I've been using these products for a couple of days now and I'm quite impressed. More so than I expected to be fair. Some were more than others, but essentially if you've not heard of Beauty Pie, it is a beauty members club. They call it something like that. And you have to pay to be a member. So now they're offering a year's membership for £59. It used to be like £10 or £20 a month, depending on, like, this is what used to put me off before. So it used to be that you had to sign up and pay so much a month, which I didn't want to commit to because I thought, I don't know if I'm going to buy things or not. They are now doing things like a 60-day free membership, which is what I've gone for. So if I didn't like the product, I don't have to sign up for the £59. But the way it's looking at the minute, I think I will stay subscribed because I'm quite impressed with it. But it used to be that you used to pay different levels of membership, and that would allow you to buy a certain number of products. So now it's £59 a year, and you can buy the equivalent of £3,500 worth of products. Now that doesn't mean you can spend £3,500 on the Beauty Pie website. It means that the sort of traditional RRP is what you can spend. And I know I'm making it sound way more complicated than it is. So if you're interested, go and check out the website and it will all become clearer. But basically the idea with this is that you're getting products that are like high end, but you're paying a lot less for them. So they're saying that a lot of beauty products that we buy, be it skincare, makeup, whatever, there's massive markups because of brands and advertising and all the rest of it. So they're making the same products with the same ingredients, thereabouts, but charging you a lot less for them. And I think there's something in it. So I'm going to stop wittering and we're going to jump right in. So when I opened up the box, this is what it looks like. So packaging and everything is pretty nice. So I've got a number of different products. The first ones I'm going to talk about are eyeshadow sticks. So these are the WONDERCOLOUR Cream Shadow Stick Trios. And they are 1.64 grams or 0.05 ounces. These only come in a pack of 3. They do sell individual ones, but not in these shades. So I went for this pack of 3. In my mind, having used them and having been a firm advocate and lover of the Bobbi Brown shadow sticks, they are pretty much the exact same formulation. They behave in the same way, they last as long, they're even the same size and amount of products, they work in exactly the same way. So the only difference really is the packaging, and obviously the colours are a little bit different depending on which colour you go for. So this is the packaging of the Beauty Pie ones I've got. One thing I do like about the packaging is the colour of the packaging is the colour of the products inside. Whereas with my Bobbi Brown ones, you can only tell from the bottom of the packaging. I can't remember how much these retail at. I think they're around about £24 each, something like that. So this pack of 3, I'm going to swatch them for you in a minute. I've got 2 of the colours on my eyes right now. So this pack of 3 is called the WONDERCOLOUR Cream Eyeshadow Trio, retails at £13.97. for all 3 of them. They say these are worth £50 for the 3. That's probably about right given how much these things cost. They're also very similar, I think, in formulation to the Laura Mercier, like pencil crayon things that they do. So this is Marmalade, and this is the colour that I have used here. So I've just used a bit of a trick because I've got like hooded eyes. I've just done like a kind of sweep across here, blended it with the brush, and then it defines my eyes a little bit more. That's the idea. It makes them slightly less hooded, and that's the idea. And then the colour I've gone all over my lid with is this one, and this is called Rosentine. This is metal packaging, by the way, pretty cool. And the blue one I haven't yet used. I mean, I've swatched it and played around a little bit, but I've not really worn it for any sort of length of time, is called Wavy Navy, and I think I'm going to use this more as like a liner or something. So these types are perfect for like just going under your eyes, or you can just smudge a little bit on, or even just apply it with a brush. They're absolutely brilliant. They're so creamy and lovely. I love the packaging. Like I said, I like the fact that the colour that they are inside, they're like metal. They're just absolutely brilliant. And for £13.97, they're amazing. The only downside to this kit is that you have to buy the colours as a kit. So if you don't want all those colours, you're kind of stuck with it, which is a shame that they don't sell them individually. And if you look at the reviews on the website for that product, that is what everybody has said. Separate them, let me buy them individually, because people are having to buy the whole kit when they might only want one or two. But that's like a small price to pay considering. So I've got lots of other things. So I also got a nail varnish. Now, nail varnish is one of those funny things. There's a lot on the high street that are quite inexpensive, and then you can go super, super high end and get like your Chanel ones and all kinds of things. Personally, for nail varnish, my favourites are like Leighton Denny, Essie, that kind of thing when I'm doing a standard nail varnish. Now, I'm wearing this right now, and that's what I've got on my nails. So it's not a colour I would normally go for. It's just like a kind of nudie colour. I actually, when I ordered it, thought it was going to be pinkier than this. It's more of a nudie kind of tone. But actually, I quite like it. I think it looks neat and clean and goes with anything. So I'm actually quite impressed with this nail varnish. So it's the WONDERCOLOUR nail polish. It is made in the UK, and it's the shade Go To Girl. Now, I've only had it on for a couple of days, but it hasn't chipped or anything. It applied really nicely, which is something I notice a difference on cheaper nail varnishes. I find don't apply as nicely, they chip off, they don't dry as quickly. This was quick drying, worked really well, really nice to apply, really nice finish. Yes, very, very happy with it. So the only thing I would say, they are saying that this is worth £15, which it probably is. The other nail varnish I really like is called Nailberry, and that's like £15. So I guess it's as good quality as that, but I think Nailberry is more about the ingredients they put inside. I haven't sort of closely scrutinised the ingredients in here. There's nothing concerning in there, but you know, they don't sort of profess to be a natural nail colour or anything like that. But this retails at £6.67, which is still a really good price, and it is definitely worth that much. But in terms of the saving over buying like a similar product that's branded, it's not as much of a saving, if you see what I mean. So like what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't go on the website just to buy all the nail varnishes, but I would definitely buy them if I was on there buying other things, if that makes sense. One of my favourite products that I've bought, I cannot believe how much I love this, is what I'm wearing on my lips and also my cheeks right now, and it is the SUPERCHEEK Cream Blush. I have got it in the shade Universal Pink, so they do a range of shades. This is just the shade I've decided to pick. So it's got a nice kind of metallic lid that gets fingerprints all over it. It's in a pot, so you do have to kind of put your fingers in, but it blends like a dream. It feels really nice on the lips and actually lasts quite a long time. And that's just a kind of one swatch colour, and obviously you can blend it out like this and just have that sweep of colour, and it also kind of catches the light, so it looks nice, like it gives you like a glowy skin kind of look. So they're saying that this is worth about £30 or is comparable to a £30 product. To be fair, it's comparable to the Chanel colour pots that are about £38. It's the same quality as that, if not better, because I like the formulation of this a little bit more. It also kind of reminds me of the melting blush that Rare Beauty do. It's really, really nice. So this costs £9.90. It's brilliant. I'm going to get some more of these in different colours, I think, because it's just absolutely brilliant. It's one of my favourite blushes that I've discovered. I actually think I will probably reach for this as much as I reach for my Hourglass one, which is like a stick blush that I love as well. It's just that good. So really, really like this. Then I got a concealer. Concealers are always really difficult to buy, I find, you know, for like getting the right colour. And I actually suspect I've gone a little bit too light on this. So it's the Everyday Great Skin Concealer. Now, I've got it in the shade Porcelain 25. So I would go back and get this, but I'd get it in a slightly darker shade or like slightly different undertones maybe. But I have used it underneath my eye. It's done a good job of that. I've also used it to sort of prime my eyelids before makeup as well. I just haven't used it to kind of cover blemishes and things because it's a little bit too light, especially because I lightly tan my face with the tanning serum as well. So this is what the concealer looks like. You can see it's pretty bright, but I'm really happy with the actual formulation of the concealer. It actually reminds me a lot of the Hourglass concealer, which is a lot more expensive. So this is my Hourglass concealer. It is the Silk Vanish. Now this is a 6ml, my Hourglass one, whereas the Beauty Pie one is only 4ml. So you're not getting quite as much product, but the product you are getting is really, really good quality. So I really recommend this concealer, and the concealer is £9.28. They're saying it's worth £22. I actually think it's probably worth a little bit more because it's really good. It's definitely comparable to much higher end concealers. The final product I got, So basically I was looking for a replacement for this amazing product that they no longer make. It's the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in light to medium. This was my favourite go-to under eye like prep before concealer. It's gorgeous, it's light reflecting, I just love it. But it's running out, and like I said, Becca is no longer in existence as a brand. I think Smashbox took over some of their products. I don't think they made this. Anyway, Beauty Pie has definitely got a dupe for this. I'm very impressed. So this is the Super Luminous Under Eye Genius Brightening Corrector. 4 grams or 0.14 ounces. Comes in really kind of similar packaging, really similar shade and finish. This is light to medium. They do a darker one as well. So you just get like a little finger swatch, and this is going to be really difficult to show you, isn't it? So there it is, just like one finger swatch, and it gives a little bit of colour correction and kind of, you know, blurs out the dark circles, gives you that little bit of light reflection. So then when you go in with your concealer, it gives it a better finish. And I find it helps the concealer kind of stay in place all day as well. So it's just gorgeous. So that I was really pleased with as well, because I was like, this is probably not going to be as good, but I'll give it a try anyway. Glad I did. So this is £8.99. I think the Becca one used to be around £20–25, and they're saying it's worth £24. Yeah, it probably is. Definitely comparable to that quality as well. This was made in Italy. So I feel like I was expecting, when I ordered the products, I didn't know what to order, and I just ordered a couple of things that jumped out at me that I was interested in, and I've got a lot of skincare at the minute, so that's why I didn't get that, and I'm trying out some new skincare and things like that. But anyway, I cannot believe how impressed I am with these products. I spend a lot of money on beauty and makeup, and I buy expensive products, and these are actually all comparable, and I wasn't expecting that necessarily to be the case. I'd heard lots of people saying that was the case, but you never really know until you try it out yourself. So yeah, massive kind of thumbs up from me. I actually think all the products I got were really good. So I'd love to know, if you tried Beauty Pie before, is there any products that you would recommend I try? What do I try next? I do think I'll be remaining as a member because I am really impressed and now want to try even more of their products. So it's a little bit addictive. Like I said, there's a link underneath if you want £10 off your first purchase. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you like the results and think it's worth it as much as I do, because it's really good. So I'd love it if you give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing, and I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.